Greetings and salutations, universe. This is Creeta, and this is Feed the Beast, Stoneblock 2. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing quite well, because look at this big orange ball of fantasticness. It's still completely empty, but soon we'll start filling it, though I don't know if we'll ever actually completely fill it, but yeah, it should be a good time. Let's see if we can figure out, I think it's up and teleport. The rainbow is still operating perfectly well, but where I really want to go is our home location. Hello! And we're going to go up the stairs because we have some more crafting to do. In this episode, I'd really like to get a handle on the applied Energestics stuff, so like the CD-ROMs and whatnot. I went ahead and made some induction smelters so that we can make our fantastic and lovely presses. The first things that we're going to need is some steel blocks. Oh, there's no steel in here at all. Well, that is no concern. We can always go to our treasure room, which is not that much of a secret. You know, when I'm in here, it feels quite large. Like, this is a reasonably large room, but as we've shown before, this room is not large at all. Block of steel. Thank you very much. We just need a few of these. Primarily, I'd like to toss... Oh, they don't have EMC. That explains a lot. Now, I'm going to toss one block of steel with this diamond. Locked. Unlocked. Will you work now? Why not? Figure out your life. Hello? I thought this works this way. Induction smelter. Induction smelter. Diamond. Block of Invar. Ah. Well, that does explain the confusion. Now, do we have Invar? Invar, hello? That'll do. We're doing that other recipe momentarily. What we want to do at this moment in time is to toss in... Oh, man, we have to unlock all these things. This is going to give us every single press that we need. So, whatever that one is, induction, inscriber, logic, calculation, silicone, and engineering. There we are. And with these, we'll be able to make the circuits of applied Energestics. Another quest that we need is the Crystal Growth Chamber. Crystal Growth Accelerator thingamabobber. And we do need a fluid sieving machine. That's why we got the pink slime in the last episode. We need this to do a number of things. Pulverized gold. Huh. Very interesting. But what we're after is the pink slime ingot. We need pink slime. Shouldn't be too tricky to get. And some iron ingots. Let's see. We'll just toss this up there. Does it require power? It looks like it does. So we'll just go into our bag of wonders, grab a specter coil, and toss that on there. Now all we need is the pink slime. I don't think we have any pink slime around us right at this moment. And then we'll be able to make... what was it? With the black hole controller. That's right. That's what we need to do next. And here we are. We have our pink slime cows right here. They're making the lovely goop thanks to these pedestals, which we used previously to make some fantastic, what was it? The cryo infused something. Now, this should be quite simple to make pink slime. Beautiful. And I'm not too sure how many uses this legitimately has, but, you know, it'll work for right now. Fortune add-on. Interesting. But what we really want was the black hole controller. Now, from my understanding, we can put black hole tanks in here. Black hole tank 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's a unit. I don't know. And this fellow can control all of them in such a way that is really quite interesting. We can just push stuff into it and it'll have tons and tons of different types of fluids, and we can interact with it in very different ways, which is very nice. I like that. Now, it doesn't have an EMC value, unfortunately, but we can at least put the other items back into our system, including the Invar. That's very nice. And we'll even learn that. Beautiful. Now... we have progressed with some quests. All we have to do remaining is these applied Energestics things. So, we just have to figure out what is the system to this. A growth seed thingamabobber, some grower, that should be relatively simple, and maybe we can plug in a few other recipes as well. Now, to progress further with applied energestics, right, we need these little chippy doohickeys, these processors, which are what the presses are for. And to make them, we need this inscriber. But so that will make the logic, printed, etc. This will allow us to get these... What? What is that? Is there a tiny human nearby? Tiny...
Hello!
Oh, hello, tiny human. You've joined us for a brief moment. How are you doing?
Good.
You're doing good? Speak up, child. There you go. All right. Off you go. Close the doors. Bar the hatches.
Goodbye!
And have a good time. Bye-bye. Now, that is not the end of this episode, because we still have to make these inscribers, right? And let's see if we can figure out what to do with them. I do need... so some of them need to get slapped with some redstone. Otherwise, it is pretty much the exact same things that we already put into them. So let's see if we can get that set up. And there we go. We have at least a few of our new circuits here. And we are in good shape. Now, it should be noted that I believe we need to slap some redstone on these things, but we can just make more printed silicone. And with that, we should be able to attach it to these gold ones, I believe. So it should be as simple as plop that in there, along with the gold one and some redstone, and maybe it will function. There we go. It is. Nice. Pretty simple. I think we'll just be mostly doing this one time because they have EMC values. It makes it quite simple. Now, the one tricky part is with this little fella, we need a pure Certus quartz crystal. Now, we could do this with an enrichment chamber from that, or a photogenic isolator. I think we might go with the enrichment thing, because we do need to work on mechanism at some juncture. Do we get launched into that a little bit right now? I've been avoiding it. I don't know why. Yeah, sure. And the first step is done. We mostly just needed these Metallurgic Infusers, which are very cheap, which I appreciate greatly. And with that, we'll be able to make the super important thingamabobbers. Let's see, what do you guys make again? It is, the critical ones are refined, all the alloy thingamabobbers, right? Refined obsidian dust. Here we go. Reinforced alloy, that's important. The basic control circuits, the enriched alloy, all these things. Thankfully, they have EMC values, so it should be quite simple to just sort of toss in some redstone, which will get processed. There we go. And some iron. And like that, we already have some of that. And can we enrich that as well? What does you get in diamonds? Diamonds. We need diamonds. Thank you. Diamonds into the next one. Beautiful. Just toss that in there. Why won't we work? Hello? Do you need to be crushed? Are you very specific in what you desire? That seems to be the case. So maybe we can get some diamond dust and toss it in that way. There we go. We got at least a little bit, enough perhaps to get a reinforced alloy. And we are already ages into the future towards getting what we need. Now, what was it that this required? I know that with a Metallurgic Infuser, if we can find it again, there we go, we need osmium. That's right, osmium. Thank you so much. For the very specific item up next, we need to make that. Beautiful. The basic control circuit. Now we can either dunk this again, I believe. Oh, we can't. Alright. Wasn't there a system for that? At mechanism, how do these things function again? So we have the advanced one. We basically just craft them into the future. So basic, learn that. Reinforced alloy, enriched alloy. learn all of those so that we can just pull out all the alloys we'll ever need, because EMC is super broken, and we can craft the next one and learn that one as well. Fantastic. Now, the item that we really needed, I believe, was a Enrichment Chamber. Enrich. And for that, we just need some relatively simple items to make it. Nice! First step to making machines is always you need the casing for it, which is quite unique. And then we need the Enrichment Chamber. Beautiful. Man, this room is getting a little bit cramped, but that's no big deal. I think we'll actually end up placing this in a very similar way to everything else. First things, we'll place it on top of that. Oh, and this already has energy. Huh. I wonder if we even need to provide it power, but I imagine it does, because it probably had an internal buffer of some sort, and with placing that back there, we will guarantee that it is able to have energy into the future. Now, some Certus quartz, we're going to grab some of that, beautiful, and just toss that into our enrichment chamber, and there we go. Oh, it has an EMC value, so I don't have to think about it any further. We just need to call for pure in the future, and then we can toss this into our press. A lovely daisies. And do we have some redstone? Yes, we do, along with, I think it's some silicone. We need that for the printed fellow to slap onto this circuit to make it a complete thingamabobber. And just like that, we should have every single circuit from Applied Energestics, and we will have a nice head start into our future of mechanism thanks to that. There we go, some processors. And now we can look to doing another quest, perhaps. Though I thought we did the seed farmer. Did I not do it? Oh, here it is. Beautiful. The growth chamber crystal thingamabobber seed farmer, whatever you want to call it. Accelerates the growth speed of AE2 seeds in its inventory, and has slots for upgrade cards to increase the seeds even further. But if we don't need to grow any seeds, then that's just a crafting quest that doesn't really matter very much, which it might be the case for all of the ones coming up. 64K circuit is basically just going to be us making a whole bunch of circuits and then putting it away, because we don't need Applied Energestics when we have EMC. But a quest is still a quest. Alright, next up, we need to make the ME drive, and we'll need to put things into it using these fantastic fluid and storage components, which, you know, they have EMC values, so just toss those in there. We'll need to have some housings, because I think it's you craft, yoink, and this one will be the ME, so that is our 1Ks. And then we're able to basically just keep building from there. We'll build up to an ME storage component, the 4Ks, and yeah, I think it's pretty simple. So let me get some crafting done, and we'll just hammer away at those quests. Let's see. Actually, we could probably do that quite rapidly, you know? Here's a 4K fluid. Here is a 4K normal. In fact, we'll just jump up to the next tier right away. 4K, yoink yoink, stack stack, because it this simplifies things so much having EMC, doesn't it? 16K, beautiful. 4K, we'll jump that up. Oh, this one needs glowstone. Okay, yeah, that certainly complicates things. So there we go. Now we have 16K of both. We'll just toss those in there and pull out a stack of each, to which we'll be able to craft them once again into their 64K component. This one, quite simple, and toss those in there. 64K, pull a stack of both, and now we just need a whole bunch of these. Toss that in there, make the 64K, 64K, 16K, 16K, 4K, and 4K, and suddenly we've completed all of these quests. And immediately, I'm going to take those and toss them into our EMC system, so that if we ever actually do want a system, using an ME drive, we can just call for 64K, and these things are so unbelievably cheap that we could have a room full of these and have absolutely no issue. EMC is so broken, but that's okay. We're getting close and having a good time just slamming away at these fantastically hilarious quests. Now, it should, how do we do this? I'm going to need to figure out what the process is to make this, but I believe it's as simple as having some sky stone dust and figuring a way to toss it in some lava. There we go. Figured it out. Now, I could do this multiple times, but I realized I really wanted to be able to have a lava thing that was automatic. And now we can just toss in the skystone into our EMC system and have infinite skystone. How lovely is that? Speaking of which, we could probably totally finish off that super awesome quest right there. 98%, we totally have enough. 1.9E is about 10% or something insane. Now, it should be as simple as, I think we need a few pure crystals. Pure. Purity is important. Now, I think, is it the skystone? Yeah, we wanted to craft this into something. Do we need to cook you? Oh, alright. We'll cook about half of you. That way it's relatively simple. Oh, here they are. Lovely. How do you get crafted? There we go. ME controller. And you have an EMC value, so into the system you go. Not a problem at all. Automatic crafting is pretty cool beans. How do we do you? Some crafting, formation thingamabobber, and that is basically, yeah, that's some pretty simple crafts right there. I think we just need some Certus quartzy dews. And back to applied Energestics. Applied, what were they called? Like formation crystals or something like that? Oh, cores. Because I want both of them, right? These are really important for a lot of crafts in ME. So what are we missing? We need Fluix Dust. I believe I already crafted some of that. I basically ground it to a pulp. But I don't see it, so we'll just take some, toss it in there. Lovely. In fact, I might do that with some nether quartz as well. Just, you know, have the gambit be run, one might say. And here is our Fluix Dust. Lovely. Some annihilation cores and formation cores. What? You needed the normal core? Or the normal crystal? My bad. There we go. And toss those in. Now, we can pull out the cores whenever we like. And the life of this game is so simple. I like it. And are we trying to make a molecular assembler? I believe we are. That requires some quartz glass and crafting. I guess hopefully a station works. Why not? What was it? It was the assembler. That's right, assembler. Lovely. What are we missing? Some iron? Ha! We have iron in spades. We can just craft that. Beautiful. It has a EMC value. Into the system you go. Now, with all of these new ones coming up, the crafting units, I believe that this will be quite simple because we'll just have to attach one of our storage components to it. And then what's cooking is an ME storage thingamabobber, but that is, yeah, we can set up some crafts for that. And there we go. We have some crafting units, then we just sort of attach one of each of the K things, so 4K, 1K, 64K, etc. And there are a bunch more quests complete. Now, the other crafting recipes, well, actually, I believe the co-crafting recipe is relatively simple. We might be able to just slap that down. There we go. Lovely. It was even in our own inventory. Now, we've completed quite a large swath of quests, but now we need to make some storage monitors, and that requires these panels, and that's slightly annoying. So let me just get the final recipes down for all of these things, and we'll be in good shape. Specifically, these two, I think. And then we might even be able to smash out this entire page right now. How cool would that be? Next up, we have already made the storage monitors and whatnot, illuminated, etc. So there's our crafting thingamabobber. We need an ME chest to make the security terminal, which is quite lovely. Everything quite straightforward, and in you go along with the crafting monitor. Lovely. Next up, I believe we just need this little fella. ME terminals, some dense energy cells, and a wireless receiver. Okay. Well, I believe we already have some energy cells somewhere. Did I not make some? Where did you go? There you are. What do we need to make the dense version? Oh, okay. That's not so bad. We'll just make a few more of you, and we'll be on our way. And this time we're joined by music. I like it when the Minecraft music plays. It's quite soothing. So there we go. Some dense energy cells. The Fluix Pearl gets turned into a wireless receiver, and then we're able to make a wireless terminal. Haha, and it immediately gets charged because we have something under our ground under here, which is a wireless charger, which is so fantastic. I really like that. Now, in the system, so many things go. I believe the very last thing on this page is crafting wireless on the go. Now, this does require a crafting terminal and another Fluix Pearl, but that is quite straightforward. In fact, I believe we might even have an Ender Pearl in our system here, which we'll be able to make another Fluix Pearl with, if only we had the oh, that doesn't want to be there. We just need the Fluix powder. There we go. Get some more of that. All these things are... It gets a little bit silly sometimes, but that's no big deal. It's all good fun, and I love doing quests. Quests is the best. So let's see. What is the thing that we need? We want to make this thing, which needs a wireless crafting terminal. So that just needs a crafting station or something of that nature. Let's see. Yoink, crafting terminal, we can make that. And like this, we should be hearing the boom. Oh, that is wonderful. Now, I am sorry. If this is not your cup of tea, I understand. I'm just rushing through quests, and it's not the most fun, but it is necessary for the completion of our pack. Now we are getting closer, and arguably one of the hardest things to do in the pack is to do what we're about to do, and I'd like to do it in this room since it was largely done using this room. You can see the sparkles and the energy zapping into our wireless system. Everything has no cabling except for the really cool cryo stabilized thingamabobbers down there. What are they actually called? Cryo-stabilized Fluix Ducts. They look so cool. I like this room. I like it a lot. Okay, let us complete the EMC Big Spender Loot Reward. No, click to submit. Big Spender. And with that, we would get a powered diamond anvil for giving it the maximum amount of EMC possible. Man, is that quest reward worth it? I don't know. But here we go. 28 rewards. In fact, everything fit in our inventory. Do we have anything unique and really interesting? No. But that's no big deal. We will put it away in any case because it matters. Oh, we have climbing gloves in our inventory? Oh, no. That makes it so hard for me to move around my base because I rely on slapping into walls on a regular basis. But in you go. All of this lovely stuff. Everything which can will go into our system, and everything that can't will stay out of the system. Lovely. Now, I believe it is that time of the episode. This has been a very crafting episode, and for that, I thank you for your patience. We've completed a whole page in the quest book, and all we have to do now is we have to do a little bit of mechanism so that we can get HDPE sheets. And then what else do we need to do? We need to finish off with some infinity crafting. Specifically, we need to make the catalyst so that visually we have actually made a proper ingot, not doing it through the cows. And we have all of the stuff here. The only thing that we don't have, I want to say, is the ultimate stew. I believe that's the only thing that we don't have, and that is basically just running around and collecting things and figuring out this essence business, figuring out dragon fruit. Oh my. But yeah, That will have to be in the next episode, which will be after the comment of the day. You totally did miss it. Now, he's referencing the clicking button for Draconic Evolution to build that big, fantastic ball. Now, most of the new mod packs that have Draconic Evolution in them use the latest mod version that can do that. And that comment came from us from Raiders. I think that's a hockey team, right? Yes, I know sports so well. You should be proud of me. Alright, in any case, this has been Creeta. This has been a late episode of Stoneblock 2. And thank you for joining me through the rigor and morale of crafting. Now, I would like to quickly remind you that we have actually built lovely things in our world. We've built the chicken forest, which is currently lagging because it's so fantastic and epic. This chicken forest, I was really happy with this. And we have also built the lovely and wonderful barnyard. Oh, it's even outside. Look at that. Oh, no, it's not. That's an illusion. But yeah, I'm really happy with some builds in this. I just haven't been feeling the touch of inspiration to find the next awesome build. Who knows? Maybe we won't have one. If that's the case, I hope you'll all forgive me. And yes, I hope that you have all been having a wonderful time. And if you watched the Hidden Cup 4, I want to say, how awesome was that? Ooh, okay. I'm rambling too much. Bye-bye. This has been Creeta, Stoneblock 2. Have a good time. Bye!